Hi friends, we are here to learn Corona SDK. Corona is a 2D gaming SDK in which we can make games really very fast. So before actually starting with Corona, I will just first tell you the topics that I am going to cover. First, I will introduce to Corona SDK. It is where from Corona evolved, who evolved it, from where we can download and install it. Secondly, we will see about the Lua language. So basically the language used in Corona to make games is a Lua language. So we will look some basic things in Lua which will help us to make game, that is expressions, variables, how they are declared and something like that. Yeah. In the third chapter I will cover the menus and the buttons, how buttons can be added, how lives and the difficulties can be added in the game, how we can move from one screen to another screen in the game. That will be discussed in the third chapter. In the fourth chapter we will see about the sprites and the movement in Corona SDK. Sprites are nothing but the animation in the game and how players animation is moved, that we will discuss in the fourth chapter. In the fifth chapter we will see about the native UI and events in the physics. Native UI, if you want to develop some business apps, say some business apps, so you can use native UI that Corona also provides. And physics is really very important topic in Corona SDK, which will help us to make physics based games. In the sixth chapter we will see about the SQLite database and the file system. This will help us to score some backend in the game, that is some scores, something like that. Yeah. In the seventh chapter we will see basic application structure, how your game should be structured properly, that we will discuss here. In the eighth chapter we will actually start making our first game in eighth chapter, and how the main game screen and all should be created we will see here. And in the ninth chapter actual gameplay of we will see of the game. In the 10th chapter we will see about the player movement and the enemies movement, how they should be handled, that we will see in the 10th chapter. In the 11th chapter we will see how player and enemy gets collided and all. So in the 12th chapter we will actually wrap up our game, so you will be creating first game in Corona SDK. Oh. In the 13th chapter we will see about the ads and the in-app purchase in Corona SDK, how that is been done. In the 14th chapter we will see about third-party integration, that is Facebook integration and social gaming integration, that we will see in the 14th chapter. In the 15th chapter we will see how we can build apps and games for the Android devices, how we can deploy them to the Android devices, how we can publish them to the Play Store, and same for iOS, how we can build them, how we can create iOS App Store package, and how we can deploy them to the Apple Store. Now introduction part, let's start with Corona SDK. What is the history of Corona SDK? Let's say it is a product of Corona Labs. Formerly it was known as Anska Mobile. It was created by Walter Lu and Carlos Icaza. They were the former employees of Adobe. Basically they used to work in AS3, so users who know AS3 will learn Corona really very fast, because Corona is very similar to the AS3 language. Now Corona was first released in 2009. It basically supports only one platform at that time, that is Apple iOS, and more specifically iPhone, because iPads were not launched at that time. New version of Corona released, and that version supports multi-platform, that is iPhones, iPads and Android. Now let's see from where Corona can be downloaded. It can be downloaded from here, make a note of it. You can download it for both Mac and Windows depending on the machine you prefer. I have a Windows machine, so I have already downloaded Corona. Note that you have to register on Corona website before downloading. I have done that. So I already downloaded them so I am just showing you from where you can download. Yeah, it's from here. You can download it from here. First you have to register it before downloading with your Gmail ID or something, any ID. You can download it, and I have it on my desktop, and here we go with the installation. Yeah, here we go. Now we are installing our Corona SDK, in which we will make games. Here we go, it's installing. So basically you can download it from the Corona site, and before downloading you have to register it because it requires for downloading. And when you first install Corona, it will ask for your email ID, registration email ID, registered email ID. It's downloading, it's installing. Yeah, we have finished it. Yeah, so let's see it has created a Corona simulator shortcut on your desktop. Let's see how it looks like. Oh yeah, it's a sample app in Corona. So basically it's a simulator. It provides many simulators. You can choose any of them which you like. I will choose Galaxy Tab. Yeah, so not looking to this first. Now we are on and Corona SDK is installed.